Michael here. So it looks like my mind's been escaping things, and the whole reality of the thing is that, for me at least, it's like being told you have an expiration date, and it hasn't really affected me until this week. I'd say probably starting Monday-ish, or maybe last week, and I didn't realise it. My mind's been trying to think about lots of things I might never ever get to have or experience or whatever, and being put in a position where you're not allowed to return to work and all sorts of stuff, and not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that. Things I'd normally do. Like I try to accept it and I try to whatever, but now the switch has flipped and it's like not being able to accept it for some weird reason. Like I've been doing lots of watching videos, reading stuff, looking for things, all to do with the brand new i9 12900KS, and now I'm even looking beyond that to the Raptor Lake, I believe it's called, and looking how the newer one, the next generation, is going to be 32 threads, 24 cores, and the one current is just 16 cores. And from where my mind's going with things, it's like I want to build the best of the best. And then I think about it, and it's like, what am I going to gain from building this, really? What is the benefit to me with what I do here? I think there isn't really one. I can't see how I'm going to be using that kind of performance for whatever I'm doing. I think the laptop that I currently have, which is loud and noisy, and the computer I have is reasonable, and it's a little upgrade, very cheap upgrade. We'll get it to go for a lot longer, and then the thoughts of the EZL and like that's something nice to look at, something nice to consider driving when it's, and if it's restored but it's not, or getting one that's in that good a condition. And just to be mindful of it, if I was fine and I was still working right now, I probably could have bought one of those cars already, but unfortunately this has all knocked me on my ass, and I'm set back in my life yet again. And that's one of the things that I think is probably a trigger point for me. Every fucking year there's a huge fucking setback in my life, and it just really, it's stressful, and it's probably doing more harm than good to me, to be honest, because I don't really feel like doing work, and I haven't for a long time, and it's like I've been pushing myself, but I haven't been like motivated because it's always a fucking setback. And it's hard to keep overcoming them. It's like, you keep going down, but you don't see the stars. You don't see the sky, because it's always dark. So this has been a major setback in my life, and wanting, like, I just don't feel the value in doing much, and I'm just wasting my time. That's what I feel with just doing stuff at the moment, or doing nothing. It's all wasting my time. What's the point? I'm not getting much satisfaction out of anything really at the moment. I mean, I'm trying to, but Mum has bored me with this game that we're playing, and she's accusing me and saying that I'm holding her up and I'm putting her under pressure, but it's like, you have to shrug it off and walk away and let it be as it is. I really don't care. At the end of the day, I'd rather just play single player, because reasons. and then just jump in and out when we're doing something. But apparently the activities we were always planning to do maybe don't happen. And then I end up helping them, and then I gain nothing from them. And I'm just giving. That's how it feels. I made myself a hot chocolate just because. Also, the crap that I deal with from my dad, even when I have cancer. And he keeps calling me names and saying stuff and putting me down. It's like all these fucking setbacks make me have to stay and deal with that kind of shit. And that's kind of one of the reasons why my mind was like dealing with it so well. And now it's just this really crappy point where all the setbacks are just keeping you stuck in a hole. And I'm watching my dad destroy himself, and then we're gonna have to deal with that. He's doing it to himself. It's not because of his age, it's because of how he treats himself. He treats himself like garbage, and so he treats everyone else like garbage. And this cancer is something that could come back. I've been told it could come back, and you can only have so much chemo in your life before it does a lot of permanent damage. I didn't ask for this. Everyone in their lives is able to move on, and everyone gets to say they can save money and so many things and have all these luxuries, but also have the ability to save and so on and so forth and do the things they want to do. But all the setbacks, it's like I'm living the unlucky life, like as if there's no real luck in my life, because it just feels like a life of just punishment. You know, growing up, you know, go to school and get bullied, teased, chased around the yard and kicked and thrown over into the dirt and mud and whatever. It's easier to be isolated from people than dealing with that crap and getting forced to go to school and then trying to learn and then not learning a damn thing. Applying the knowledge that teachers teach you on paper and then failing. I literally wanted to prove to them at one point that I was trying to learn and I was learning, and that they were just failing me because they wanted to. And then I paid money to do a test, and as a result, you know, I failed. And I'm like, where did I go wrong? And then I went and looked at the question, and I'm like, but I did this process to get this answer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they've been teaching me wrong or something, or whatever. And no, it just felt like I was isolated in my own way from learning properly, but I don't know. I really don't. I just know that I learnt the wrong way to do maths, and it freaking messed me up and set me back. I was learning, but I wasn't learning correctly. I had to learn for myself eventually, and by playing with games and numbers and stuff. That's how I learned. I've just had my eye opened twice. One is my own fault because I rode down a hill, and then the other time that it got cut open was because of an aggressive guy who shouldn't have even been there because he was just violent and dangerous, and he should have gotten sacked, but he never did. They had him back, and they only got rid of him when he started, making weird threats to people, which were disgusting. He was a filthy person. So he wasn't just violent, but he was filthy. And he was stabbing me in the back with a pen as well, so that pissed me off. And he smashed me in the face with a can. And then, the whole class that I had then and there was like just teasing and insulting me and shit, so wasn't cool. It was not cool. Part of me thinks now, knowing that those people were being asses to me in that class, and what was going on, I should have made the decision then and there to, not continue doing that course, not to continue studying, and the biggest reason being is because everyone was provoking the situation, making it worse. Because they thought... I don't remember what anyone said, I just remember the impression from everyone was like, I was in the wrong and he was in the right for hitting me in the face with a can and that, because I did something wrong. And it's like, what the hell did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. And then they just aggravated how I felt, and it pissed me off, made me angry, and I wanted to go and talk to my dad's boss. And my phone, I didn't have it with me, so I couldn't call him and stuff. I don't know. For advice. Because I looked up to my dad's boss back then. But I kept doing the course, I stuck it out to the end, and was productive as I could be, and at the end of the day, I did get through it. It wasn't the best, and I didn't get the promised job at the end of the day that everyone was promised. But that's how they got us in. They roped us in by fake promises. So that was part of my life messed up as well. Like, I worked and I stuck it out and I pushed myself in hopes of, landing a job and having some security and getting ahead in life. Nope. And I wanted to have more than 1 day a week work. Nope. You'd only do 1 day a week, and that was it. It sucked. And then at the end of the day, you didn't get the job. There was no job. There was empty promise. And we missed out. Then I kept looking for jobs for multiple years, and it would be like somewhere between 6 and 2 years. Every 6 to 2 years I'd find a job. It's a stupid gap, and it's all because you have to job search. And now I'm going to have a huge gap, and people are going to be like, well, you haven't been working for so many years, why is that? Why didn't you work for so many years? Medical crisis. Do they need to know about leukemia? Maybe, maybe not. They might, discriminate. And I have to pretty much say, look, I've been set back in my life. I want to get ahead. And I want to get back on my feet. I'm not here to waste anyone's time. I'm not here to have my time wasted. I'm here to do the job. I'm here to earn a living and achieve my goals. I'm here to dress to impress. I'm here to do the job. And if I can, I'll do it better than everyone else. And I only want to do it better because I want to be secure in a position, not because I want to be better than everyone else. I want job security. And that's why I want to try and be better than everyone else. That's where my competitive edge is. That's why I want to do it the best. And then they're going to criticize the fact that I got cancer to some extent, but he'll be in remission. Imagine going to a new employer and saying, hey, I have cancer, but I'm in remission. They're going to look at you as a liability. They're going to look at it as, oh, you might die on us tomorrow, or oh, you might end up sick for months and months, or whatever. For me, I have to take chances, and they have to take chances on me as well. It's like the stupid workforce doesn't want to have you in it. I wish that this would be over and there'd be an end, and you know that you're going to live for a long time to come and not have the unknowns. Like, why start working towards a goal that you can't achieve? Or you're going to get sick and not be able to do it, and then it's going to be like just out of your grasp. I know right now that I'm not in a healthy state of mind, and that's why I don't feel like going to bed. It's like your mind's trying to escape all this stuff. I'm going to be at the hospital at like 10 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock in the morning now, so 9 hours. Mum's going to get mad and be like, go to bed. I might have to leave it there with the video and just drink my drink, play a little bit more and go to bed. The life I'm living sucks, essentially. If I had enough money in my life, I could just live the life I want to live and try to enjoy it and maybe end up finding a way to be productive again, tinker, whatever. I feel like at the moment it's like, I know I shouldn't be worrying about risks, but it's all risky right now. Every risk's on the table, and they say it's like high risk, high reward. One thing goes wrong and it could go all south very quickly. But they say you're young, you're fit, you're blah 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 blah. Do you know something? It doesn't matter if you're fit or not, because I've known of people who the stories a healthy person just dropping dead the next day. That's the thing. They know more about me than anything, and because they know I've got cancer, they know that, oh yeah, there's a possibility he could drop dead tomorrow. But I'm not trying to bring it to the forefront, they bring it to the forefront. Part of me wants to build a new setup, a better setup, because this is all awkward. This is so uncomfortable, except it's okay under the desk because I've got plenty of leg room. I can put my legs out and I can put it on a stool, and I have the ability to stand at this desk, and cleaning it will be easier. Like, I don't have to literally try and get under my desk and do stuff. I can literally go all the way up to 4, which is pretty much 127 centimeters, and get under there, just walk almost under there and clean up under the desk. I don't have to try and get behind backboards and cables and stuff. Although I would love to set up the desk with a power thingy and a switch. That way I can just turn the switch on and off for the whole system setup. I got a lot of work still left to do. Got to build the hutch, which isn't going to be easy. And I've got to make the mechanisms to latch down on the table so it's located in place. I've got to pull the table off the curtain. And my table's not going to be an easy one to work with at the end of the day. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. Oh well, it is what it is. It'll work. It'll do its job. I just kind of want this all to be over. I wish this would all just be over and stop thinking about it. Get back to life as normal. And not be stuck on a pension. Because, you know, that's not for me at this point. I got lots of strength and, you know, I think I've got some desire to do stuff. It's not fun doing nothing. And it's not fun being stuck in a little room with absolutely everything in it. If I could, I'd have an office. And this desk here is freaking designed and getting built because I wanted a corner desk. And I don't think I was thinking to this extreme. I think I was thinking a bit more realistic, like buying something that's easier to build and smaller. But I built my own desk. It's not finished, but get there. And yeah. So what I can do with this desk is finish it. You can't, unfortunately this desk though, you can't just pick it up and take it away because it is a corner desk and unfortunately it won't fit through the door. You have to go through the window. And we're not going to pull out the window just to get the desk out of here. What we can do is unbolt the top and then have the separate legs and then reassemble it at the other end. If I ever got rid of it, sold it. That's getting close to done. Just need to do some more work and I wish I had more room in this room. Anyway, I should end this and get on with life. Boxes and stuff, I could put them up there. There's just so much to do. And I've got the real far back corner I can hide some stuff in, you know. Hide your shit in the corner. You're not gonna go. Be smart and stupid at the same time. Store stuff where you shouldn't. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go and get on with this. Bye.